It's Karen and Tim here from Stamping on the Back Porch. Thanks for joining us again. Today, introduce yourself. If you come on live, we take introductions the first few minutes, and then we'll move into the rest of things. Today, we're going to be covering several things. I love to do one stamp set 3 ways, so that's kind of the main thing we're doing. But I also wanted to say this is our breast cancer fundraiser week. It takes place this Saturday, so if you live near Minnesota, would love to have you come. Near Minnesota sounds like, you know, if you're passing close to the cities. And you can also participate online. We are thrilled. Tim just went to the mailbox, and there were several more checks in there today. You can pay by check or PayPal. And you can see one of the cards. I just put on one of the cards that we're going to be making, or that you will get in the mail, your choice. And it's using all 3 of the foils, gold, silver, and copper. And it's really a lovely, very simple but lovely card. The picture does not do it justice. But to see that and to see the different ways to pay, you can just go to my website. You can go to either stampingonthebackporch.com or KarenTitus.com. They both get you there. And on the top menu bar, there's one that says Breast Cancer Fundraiser. If you click on that, it'll show you one of the cards and explain you get 7 cards for $15. And if you need them mailed, if you're long distance, we're asking you to add 5 for the postage. That is an awesome deal for any cards, and they're really lovely cards.
Whole bunch of people.
All right, so Tim will introduce some people here.
Jackie, Linda, Barry, Kim.
Love hearing the names.
Charlene, we have Ohio, we have Maryland.
This is great. For those of you that were on last week, you'll remember.
Kathy from Mount Vernon, Illinois.
We were on so late because I put it on my personal page and it was a disaster. So this week we're just all prepared. We're here on time.
Julie from Toledo, Ohio. Debbie from Tallahassee.
Welcome everyone. And if you have ideas of things you'd like me to cover, feel free to put them in the comments. And I love it when you guys comment on each other's comments too. So, you know, this is a community call. So
Sylvia from Illinois. I'm sure she's a Cub fan. Brenda from Mississippi. Laura.
Ooh, lots of familiar names and a few that aren't, so
Ray
fun.
from Oklahoma. Karen Dixon, familiar name. Patricia. Patty.
Okay. So are we ready to get started? The stamp set that I am showing today is from the holiday catalog, and it's frosted medallions. Now this just kind of didn't really even catch my eye the first maybe 20 times through the catalog, but I got it and I've had so much fun playing with it. So the first card I'm going to show is actually one of the 7 cards we'll be doing on Saturday, or that you will be getting in the mail if you do that. And just in case, I should reiterate that the breast cancer fundraiser is all going to Medallions. It is a all-volunteer run organization that supports stage 4 breast cancer research. So very excited about that. And you can read more about that on my blog too. So the first card is really a lovely, you know, more simple card that we're going to do on Saturday. Tim, did you want to say anything else before I start?
Well, there's been so many names.
Oh.
That just flowing by.
Okay, this is the first, you guys. Tim couldn't even keep up with the names.
Good.
That is awesome.
All over. From Massachusetts, from Wisconsin, from... Well, you could actually read them along with us, I think, can't they?
Yeah, because I think you guys see all the comments, right? So, because I think some of you even met people you've known on here or from the area, so I love that.
Bloomington, Minnesota.
So that is awesome, and we've never had this many people on live before, so we still have to kind of figure out what to do, because we really want you all to feel welcome, but we are so glad you are here. So this is going to be our first card, and this is almost, Tim came home from work, and he said, so what do I need to do on Facebook Live today? And I said, I think you're off the hook, because I couldn't think of anything, but that means I have to get him on next week.
Yes.
I have to at least go for every other, so he'll be demoing or doing something next week, okay? But I think this is just really a pretty card. This looks like more of an antiqued card, but just very simple. And we are doing this with... The 3 cards I'm making all use the same stamp out of the set. And this is mint macaron. So I just have the mint macaron base, and then 5 1/4 by 4 sheet of Whisper White. and then from the in paper packs. That's going to be my little base. So to ink this, I'm sure I don't even need to do this card, but while we're still chatting, while I'm inking this and creating this, you can just see this is such a simple card. Tim, you can introduce a couple more people.
Donna from Idaho, Mary from Wisconsin, I think. I can't even pronounce that name. Kaukanami. No, anyway. I got to say that I grew up with a learning disability, and I really, reading is not my forte, but...
And I'm going to add to that, Tim was 40 when he learned to read. So he read his first book at 40. And so someday we'll tell you about that story, and we'll do some cards that fit.
That's right. Linda Cole, I absolutely love that. Didn't think I'd care about the stamp, but love the idea.
Oh, see, I'm just right with you, and now I just absolutely love the look of this. Now I'm just taking a little lace trim, since we're going for a little more old-fashioned look, and I just will put that on the back. Watch what I'm doing here to see if it... So, and I won't do the rest. That's just it. And then for a little accent, I put on the little pearl. Now, some of you have asked, now, if you order the cards, you will get them all made, or you will get the pieces. You will get all of these pieces, but not the stamp. So, you know, you could take the same idea and put something else up here. So a lot of it is just, you know, great ideas for layout. So this is card number 1 out of this set. Also one of the 7 from Saturday. Now we're going to step it up, and we're going to go from a quaint old-fashioned look to a newer rock and roll. So have some of you done the rock and roll technique before? Or comments like this. You know, it's fun because we need to bring back things. I mean, I've done this years ago, and I realized I think it's been a long time since I've done this.
So Linda says, love mint macaron.
Yeah, I love that color.
And she puts an exclamation mark on the end of it, so it looks like macaroni.
Oh, macaroni. Okay. So with this, I'm using Soft Sky for my base color. And then I'm really going to just... This is the technique I should have had Tim do. Oh, rock and roll is his thing. He's such a music buff. Oh, I might have found that. Let's see if he could have done this. So do you see how I've just taken that and...
Tabitha from Tennessee said, I'm still working on reading. That's nice. Thank you.
Good. Never too late.
And I think it was Kim that says, way to go, Tim. Kim has never heard of rock and roll.
Good.
It's kind of music. It's been around for a long time.
And Tim would win if we played Trivial Pursuit with that. I would have to tell you that. So he could tell you what drummer is on every album and how they're related to which other. You know, I just... And he just wishes I were more interested because he loves to tell me all this stuff. So then you can see I just have that fun color. And here I got actually more of that color on, but it doesn't matter. You can just, each one when you do techniques like this turns out a little different. And then I just take my circle punch and punch out the middle. I'd pre-done some, and I had done just these middles over scratch paper because I'm, you know, while I'm making a card, I always like to make a few. Okay, so that's just going to go on the center, and this is rock and roll. I left this really simple because I wanted to just show the technique.
And people love the idea.
Okay, and now we'll go on to yet another technique with this. This one is the baby wipe technique. So again, let's hear some ideas from some of you who have used this. I'm taking half a sheet of baby wipe right here. I'm just going to put this on a plate that I have this little ceramic dish, but anything that wouldn't get ruined, a plasticized anything I think would work really well.
That was from Starbucks from our Christmas snacks a long time ago.
And I keep my projects in here. It's great. And I'm just going to take my ink refill. This is Rich Razzleberry. Then I'm going to take Tempting Turquoise. And again, you change colors and you get totally different looks. And if I were going to the work, you can see this uses up quite a bit of ink. I would want to make, 20 cards. I could make 20 cards easily out of this. And, not just one. And then I'm going to fill in with, let's see, Tangerine Tango. So I'm going to fill in a lot of the places, although it doesn't matter if I don't get everything filled in. Okay.
Linda doesn't think that she's seen the rock and roll before.
Well, good. You know, it's amazing because I'll see somebody do a really basic technique sometime and think, I have never seen that. You know, it's interesting because there's just so much out there. It's kind of whatever we come across.
I guess that was Kathy.
Okay, so this is now my ink pad, which is pretty awesome. And I'm going to find my paper here. So I'm going to put this right down on my ink pad, and I'm going to just pick it up and down a couple of times. So it's going to move around a little just on its own. So I call this the tie-dye effect. So look at all the space and time we're covering here with this one stamp set. Okay, and I'll put that on. And look how pretty that is.
That is nice.
And I'll do the same. Here are going to be my words. I'm going to put friend. Same thing. I'm going to put it right on there so I get a little tie-dyed friend.
Before this question disappears,
yeah.
Linda wants to know, what was the centerpiece on the rock and roll that you placed?
It was just the center of the flower. So I just see it's just the middle. I had just done a row of those on some thin paper. Just like that. So it's the same stamp. So talk about easy. And I used a 3/4 inch punch, but a 1/2 inch, whatever part you want to capture. Any size hole punch would work. So everything I'm doing except for the words is just the same stamp set. And now you're going to see a little difference in these. And the reason is, this is my first stamping, so they are a little more distinct and separate, if you see that look. And as they get more mushed as they go along, as I do 20, unless I wanted to mush them all at the beginning, but they all kind of start changing, so you get very different looks. In fact, let's try a second one. I'll do it on the back of this. Let's do a second one here.
It's getting rave reviews.
Good. I'll do another one, and I'll just turn it around a little bit more in the colors, and we'll see what happens to this one. This might be really short. I plan all these cards, but since I talk fast. Okay, so now look at the difference, because this one I went around a little more on the pad with. So you can see how you can just play with all these fun looks. So I love these techniques, and it made me just fall in love with the stamp, because I think this is a perfect stamp. So when you consider, again, our very basic, almost old-fashioned look, and then going to rock and roll. So that could take us, to the 50s and 60s, and then the tie-dye was bringing back the 60s, my adolescence. So all pretty fun. So that is that stamp set, and I'm going to just leave this on here, because when this ends, I'm going to make more cards out of this while I have it inked up and ready. Any questions about that?
A lot of positive response. Love the look. Awesome.
Good. And then I just wanted to remind you, this is the end of this month. And so...
There's one baby wipe.
I use half a baby wipe.
No, what brand works?
I think any brand works. I think any little cleaning towels, anything that has that, whatever they have in them, oils and something more than water.
This has witch hazel, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, because this is like a cleaning cloth. So really anything like that, I think they all work.
More comments, but they went so fast. Everyone's commenting. I can't keep up.
Maybe I should stamp in slow motion to make it a little longer, and then Tim won't have time to read the comments. But I hope you guys are answering each other's comments too. I will get back and answer anything you ask too. I'm glad that you like that. I thought very, very fun idea.
And Mary said that name in Wisconsin is very hard to pronounce. So.
Oh, okay.
She gives me credit.
Oh.
Hi, Sally.
Credit for trying. Okay, we'll take it all.
If you spritz the stamp, this is Sally Anderson. You spritz the stamps before stamping once.
Yep.
It might make it look.
It will blend it even quicker. That's true for watercolor. Yeah. So, the name of the game is a great idea, because the name of the game is just trying. You think of something and you try something else, because all these variations just make it so fun. And the other thing I wanted to comment about this, I just went off the side. So often we just think we have to put everything in the center, and you really don't. So really it's about playing. So I appreciate that when you guys add in comments and ideas. So then the other thing I just want to remind you, this is the last part of the month. Those of you that have placed an order with me that have not gotten your Pines card kit in the mail, they will be going out on the 1st, because I do the second half of the month. I have to wait till the end of the month to see how many to do the last day. And these are not, I don't have any of those cards, but you've seen them before. They're lovely cards, but I wanted to show a couple of other quick ideas. I realized I hadn't done much with that stamp set at all. And I thought this was fun because I used in the stamp set, I don't have that one here, but I used only the leaves. I didn't use the one that this was meant to be the two-step, you know, so it goes over. But I thought that really made a pretty look with just the leaves and no stem, not the other part. And then I wanted bigger berries. And so this is just taking a pencil, taking the pencil tip and adding in your berries. Okay, and I use this, of course, as a sympathy card because I wasn't doing, I think, anything for this time of year. It looks just fine. And another idea for that, and I didn't even finish this one, but I was just thinking I was just going to play with this and see. So this is the Emerald Envy. And this time I cut out a couple of the leaves on the white. I forget my little smudges, but it's not finished. And I just took some background paper. So when I put this on that, you're going to see through, and it's kind of a fun little different look. And now in this paper, it's the mint macaron and the emerald. So then I just, you know, somehow I will layer these and, you know, add some more. But I just thought it's kind of a fun idea to give it a little different depth and color. So there's my unfinished card, just the idea.
Linda wants to know if the colored cardstock that you're using comes in a bundle.
On which card? Yeah, you know what? These the cardstock all come by their own colors. Or I know the in colors, you can get them in a variety pack. Do we sell the others in the variety pack anymore? Somebody can answer that question that has a catalog. I should know that. The in colors, I believe, do. And this is Emerald Envy. And it is one of the in colors. There are, we'll let somebody else answer the hard questions. I'm just here to do the fun work, you know. I could look it up if you want to. But a couple cards I wanted to show that I just thought were really fun. Let's see this.
Linda says that evergreens up north are in style year-round.
You know what? That is so true. And that's why I think about just that pine set in general, because evergreens are so great. And even just to change if you want the colors, you know, and you just see them in all different colors and with, you know, with the different light and stuff. I loved on this card, I should just used a couple as an accent. So that's all that's on this, but here we have got, you know, the other folder and the words. This one's done by Kristen Kortenik, but I love that idea and how she did the little tie there and then added the little pine cone, but just the little detail to kind of go with the little trees there. So yeah, I think there's so much you could do with just adding these. And then again, this one by Sandy Carlson, and this is a fun fold card. I love doing these. I don't know if we've done these before, but where you just right under here, and I will be covering one of these soon. But you can see she used the folder here, and then with the words again, she just used a few leaves just as little accents. So and it does not go well. That's the same paper that's in that Christmas set. And I think it just shows you could do a lot of these things then this too year round with a little adding, but great for masculine cards and things like that.
Somebody has to turn that card around, so. Yep.
Is that what you mean?
I hope
And this one you want to see like this. So do you see how that goes in below there? And this top part just covers. So this is a one layer. It doesn't open any further. So I just thought those were really fun. And as long as I'm here, I showed.
See, they're upside down, actually.
How can they be?
I don't know.
I'm trying to hold them the right way. So let me see. But are you really seeing them upside down?
Karen,
how about this way?
These upside down. That's so weird.
That is this right? Is this right side up? Because this should be. This is.
According to my camera, what I'm looking at it now, it's upside down.
Okay, but
That
how
is
about
so
comments
weird.
from the people? Which way is it best for you to see them, or is this better? So I go in between and they're sideways.
Good always. Camera must be over the shoulder. No, it isn't.
No, it isn't. It's in front, which is why I was trying to show.
Upside down, Kathy, Mary, everyone's saying yes.
How about this? Is this upside down? Or is this
That
good?
is right.
Oh, okay.
But now it's right.
Okay. And I'm going to just show a couple more that I showed before from Card Swaps. But I thought while we're looking at this set, these are all such lovely cards. And I think it just shows you variety. Look at this with the fun just on the gray. And then you add a little of the Wink of Stella. I'm not sure you see that, but it just makes it shiny.
Just wait. Vivian checked the catalog. There is an assortment of cardstock for each collection.
Oh, good. So you can get the Brights collection.
Yeah,
and the,
Brights
oh,
on
good.
this. Yep.
Basic things that I should know. So thank you. If I'm ever asked again, now I'll have the answer. But I think this would be a lovely wedding card, a winter wedding card. Doesn't that just look very soft and pretty? So these are the two stamp sets featured today. The Pines, of course, which is, and so the deal is, if you place a $40 order through my online store.
This is the weirdest thing. They say it's upside down now.
We aren't moving anything. One more thing to figure out for next week.
Magic.
Is this right? Does it depend on other people's cameras? That is weird. Is this right for people now? Now, somebody tell us if this is right. That is so weird. So I'm going 50-50. So hopefully you find your 50 to see them. And you know what? I will put a post on my Facebook page of these 5 cards I'm showing at the end. I can put them all on there. Would that be helpful? Tell me if that would be helpful. Otherwise,
the feed is delayed. Now people are saying that it's delayed.
Yeah, the feed is delayed. So how is it now? Is it upside down now?
The feed is delayed.
Right. So I don't know where they're at. What are they seeing now? Based on our best guess, this is the way that should be right for you. Because this is where Tim is looking directly on them through the camera.
Now it's right. But now you just changed it again. This is weird. So, yeah.
Because this should be right. The camera is looking directly at it.
Paula says now it's perfect. But there is a little delay. So.
Okay. And we're getting different opinions from different ones of you. So we will just see.
Well, Joanne says the most important thing. She said cute cards.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm glad you like the cards. So remember, if you place a $40 order in my online store, you get the free card kit of the month, which is 5 cards made with this set. None of these cards, but they're really lovely cards.
So, yeah, people are saying both directions. So it must be, I don't know what it is.
Okay, so here is the new plan. What do you think of this? Okay, I'm hoping I please everyone with one of these cards. Okay, I could add one more and do it like this. Tim, what do you think?
That's good.
Do we have it for you?
I think we do. Okay. We got all the bases covered.
Okay, and then we'll do one in the middle. That's all I have. Does anyone have any questions for me or anything else you want to know? I would love it if you would share, if you are interested in the breast cancer research thing, to share it also with your friends. It would be great to have more. We would love to have people over here and make a bunch of cards to send out. We're looking forward to that. We're doing that next Tuesday, and Tim is going to be making lunch for people that come. So we would love to have plenty of orders. And where can you get 7 beautiful cards for $15 and be able to have that $15 go to research? And you can pay 2 ways, PayPal, or you can send me a check. You may write the $15 check right to Mediviver. We'll go straight there. We'll just be sending them in as a group. And then the $5 either cash or another check to me to cover any of the other costs. And if it costs less than $5 to mail, the rest of it will go into the fund. And I am donating all of the cardstock for this. So we would love to see what we can raise.
We still have a lot of confusion.
Well, this wasn't meant to clear up any confusion. This was meant to add, hoping that everyone would see one card right.
Ray wants to know, what is for lunch, Tim?
Oh.
Tim hasn't decided yet.
Tim hasn't decided. And he works till noon, and then he has to come home and feed people because they'll be here all day.
I think it's going to be in a crock pot.
Said, something probably in a crock pot that he can come home and serve. We'll all be good. Yes, that's his main agenda for the week. And I will post his recipe.
Is the pine cone and the greenery one stamp?
The pine cone and the greenery it is a bundle. So it's one stamp set and then a coordinating framelit. So like this is the stamp set. And then these are the framelits, if that makes sense. And then there is a separate embossing photo that also goes. The bundle is wonderful. It is in the holiday catalog. If anyone needs one, just shoot me a message and I will send you one. But those are all ideas because we wrap that up. And next week, I'm going to be sharing a gift idea. I'm going to be making gifts for downline that are going to our regional convention in Madison. And so I'm going to work on a fun idea for that. And I'm sure I'll have some other things to show too. But so we'll come back for something that would be easy to make for Christmas gifts for you to make too.
They say lay it the same way as a craft paper, then it's the correct way. I don't know.
Okay, but now if I do this, this seems like it should be over my shoulder. This looks perfect to me. Show the camera up to me, Tim. Because if you look at this.
There's a long one here about.
Because you see, here I am. They're right in front of me. So now when Tim puts it down, they should be upside down to you, which is what's weird.
So Mary Teal is saying that there's a lot of cancer in her family, wishes that she should come. Bless you for doing this.
Thank you. Yeah, it's amazing how cancer runs in so many families, isn't it?
Now everyone says it's right, so.
This is really interesting. So when I watch the replay, I'll have to see that too. So I'm going to leave it like this to see how I look. It's really weird because the last time, if you remember, I was making this way and forgetting to turn them. And then people were saying, no, you got to turn them the other way so I can see it. So, you know, technology, we just still need all this help. And, you know, you guys can't even all agree. So what can we do? No. Yeah, if you have any ideas what Tim should cook, feel free to message that too. Something crock pot, something, you know, it's cool weather here now in Minnesota. So something you can come home and do. So, but he'll do something fun and different that he's never done. So we can put the recipe up. So it's kind of his style.
Yeah, there's really is no there's total disagreement about which way the card should go. So it's very interesting.
So what I want comments are about this last way. So I will look at the last comments and we'll see from there. But again, I want to thank you guys for spending this time with us. And next week I will put Tim on. I should have had him do the rock and roll, but I just wasn't thinking about it. But always looking for, it's kind of whatever I'm working on for the week, whatever my agenda. So right now I'm working on breast cancer cards. So, you know, I'm really just sharing a bit of my life with you. And next week it's time for me to make a gift. So.
And you are a perfect role model for people facing tough times. That's from Linda.
Oh, thank you.
Kathy wants taco soup.
Oh, we're putting an order
already.
Oh my goodness. Well, you know, Chef Tim will just find that. Okay, I'm going to add a funny story. Well, because since Tim isn't on, we'll add a story about Tim. Tim barely graduated from high school because he couldn't read, of course. He actually got a radio one year for not getting any Fs. So he didn't know what to do after school. He came up to the cities to go to vocational school for chef school. And because he had really liked his job during high school, was working at a drive-in restaurant with car hops. Now that dates us. Do you remember those days with car hops? Got up here, went to chef school for a day and realized he really didn't like cooking at the time. He just liked the car hops. There was none of that. So he quit. So that's how far Tim got in his first career choice.
That's right. Sheila wants to know the name of the stamp set.
The Christmas pines and frosted medallions on this one. I'm going to put these out again. Oh, this is a good thing. Tell me if this is right side up.
Somebody says that it switches when we put it down. It's so weird.
That is real. Okay, so this way it looks this way, and put it down now and put it this way. And that doesn't matter because you won't see it from anyway. I have all these cards sitting under his thing. Okay. Now tell us if this looks right to you.
I'm not sure, Linda. He must like baristas now. I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, he is a barista now. So see, he's come back to that. So you know what the deal is? He likes serving people. Service is really his thing. And actually now he does love to cook. He just, you know, had no idea what he wanted to do as young, but then who does, you know? So it was just his impression of what chef school was going to be like. Just wasn't what it was. I think you really had to learn or study or read recipes or something. And
Everyone's saying that this is right.
Okay, well, thank you. I will look at this and see. This is something new to us, and it makes no logical sense. So very interesting.
And it's very interesting how each week we have some strange thing to laugh at.
Well, I know, and it's always different. So hopefully this won't be an issue next week, but this is a first, I must say. So with that, thank you, everyone, for spending this half hour with us. We really, really appreciate you.
And it says, congratulations. This is the most people that have liked the video.
Oh, I'm just thrilled with how many of you are on. So thanks for making us part of your day. And be sure to add any questions you want to know.
Linda says that, or Laura says that Tim is my brother's favorite barista.
Oh, Tim is a good barista. Some people call him the chaplain of Starbucks because he's actually performed several weddings for people that are Starbucks customers. So.
Or the mayor.
Or the mayor. So yeah, so I guess he gets around, but it's all in good fun. So thank you. And we'll see you next week.
Thanks everybody. And taco soup keeps coming up.
Oh, okay. That just might make it.
I don't know. We'll see.
Tim has actually gotten into going on Pinterest to look at recipes. So I was surprised. I used to put Post-it notes in recipe books for him I'd put them by what looked good to me, and then he'd pick from that. And now he kind of likes to just go on Pinterest himself and find something. So we'll see.
And Carolyn says that we're the spice of life, so maybe that is taco soup. So.
Spicy or not.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.